Good morning, everyone. We spent the last few seasons talking about planning and organizing, but what happens when the plan is set and everyone has a job description? Nothing until someone tells them to start. That's where our third crucial function of management comes in: directing. So, directing is where management truly becomes leadership. It's the engine that converts static plans into dynamic action. So, let's unpack that clear definition. So, directing has three interlocking components. Think of them like three legs of a stool. So, first is guiding. A manager must provide direction like a ship's captain setting a course. This is about making sure employees understand the vision and their role within it. Secondly, supervising. This is the hand-on monitoring. It's about being present, correcting mistakes before they become crises, and offering on the support. It ensures work stays on track. Then last is motivating. This is the most powerful element. It's about inspiring the team to put in their best effort. People need a reason why they should work hard. And directing provide that incentive, whether it's recognition, rewards, or simple feeling part of something bigger. So we have three importance of directing. So first is action. Effective directing ensures the tasks and completed on time and done properly. This helps maintain high productivity and good performance. Second is cooperation. Directing promotes teamwork and good communication among employees. When team members work well together, it creates a positive and collaborative work environment. And lastly is efficiency. Directing helps avoid wasted time and resources. It streamlines processes and makes sure everything is organized, which increases overall efficiency. Now let's move on to the key elements of directing. So the first element is supervision. Supervision means guiding and overseeing employees while they work. It ensures tasks are done correctly and that quality standards are maintained. And then the second element is motivation. Motivation encourages employees to give their best. Managers do this by recognizing good performance, giving rewards, and creating a positive work. The last element is leadership. Leadership is the ability to influence and guide others toward achieving common goals.
Principles of directing. Directing is one of the main functions in management. It means guiding, leading, supervising employees so they can perform their tasks properly and help the business achieve its goals. Under the directing, the managers gives clear instruction, communicates well, and motivates the team. Without good directing, even a well-planned business cannot run effectively because the employees will not know what to do, how to do it, or when to do it. Clarity of direction. Managers must give clear goals and clear instructions so employees know exactly what to do. Example, owner ko isa cafe. So, i-instruct na ko ang akong staff nga ikaw diha sa cashier, ikaw diha sa kitchen, o ikaw diha sa serving. So, among goal or target is 10 minutes per order. So, the work becomes smooth because everyone's understand their role. Effective communication. Communication must be clear and timely. Employees should receive correct information to avoid confusion. Example here is owner ko clothing store. Akong i-announce akong mga staff na tomorrow kay nami sale. So akong ipa-prepare tanang stocks. So the message was clear and early. So my staff can prepare properly. Motivation. Motivation means inspiring employees so they feel valued. Motivated employees perform better and stay committed to the business. Example, owner kog iPhone store nga dako mig sales, so ingnon ako ang akong mga staff nga kay dako man tag sales, so ako increase inyong sweldo. So the employees feel appreciated, so they work harder. Leadership principle. Leadership means guiding people so they work well and stay motivated. Example, a manager encourages the team, gives clear instruction, and helps them stay positive so they can reach the company's goals. Harmony of objectives. This means employees' goals and the company's goals match. Example, an employee wants to learn marketing and the company needs help in social media. So the managers let employees handle it. So both benefit. Follow through. Follow through means making sure the work is done properly and on time. Example, a manager asks the team to finish the report and checks on them regularly to make sure everything's going well until they finish.
So now let's proceed a meaning of leadership. So a leadership is the ability to guide, influence, and inspire individual toward achieving common goals. So dili lang ni siya bahin sa paghatag og sugo but about setting a good example and helping other grow. We're going to talk about the role of a leader and why it's very important in any team or organization. So let's look at three important functions. So the first is a direction setting. So imagine na akay ka na ang you're doing a school project. So if no one tells you kung unsa jud ang buhaton, ma-confuse jud ka, right? So a leader provide clear directions so everyone knows what the rules and what they're expected. Kung klaro ang direction, the team can work better and reach their goal faster. So, and the second one is motivation. So, a good leader inspire and encourage the teams. So, they recognize achievements and push everyone to grow personally and professionally. So, ang motivation kay dili lang na siya nag-talk about sa reward, but it's creating a positive environment where everyone feels value. So, sama na good na, for example, kay ang coach nga nag-cheer sa team. So, it gives energy for everyone to perform their best. And the third one is conflict management. So, ang conflict kay mahitabo dyan na siya sa every time nga duha ka member nga mo-disagree sa ilang isig kaiyang nga idea or naa sila mga misunderstanding. So, if ingon ana ang mahitabo, the leader addresses their issues quickly and fairly para dili maapektuhan ang team. So, this help the team stay focused, positive, and cooperative. So, alright, now that we know the role of a leader, let's talk about what makes a leader really effective. These are the essential characteristics that successful leaders usually have. The first one is integrity. Integrity is very important. It means being honest and doing the right thing even no one is watching. So kung ang leader wala integrity, it's hard for the team to trust them. So pero if a leader is consistent and fair, it builds trust and respect among the team members. So when people trust their leader, they feel safe and motivated to work better. And the second one is confidence. So a good leader needs to be confident. Confidence helps them make a decision and correctly. Kung confident ang leader, the team feels more sure about their directions they are taking. So confidence inspire others to contribute their best and follow the leader's example. And the third one is communication. So communication is the key. So leader must clearly share ideas, instructions, and expectations. Kaya kung maayo ang leader sa communication, everyone in the team knows what to do and feel value. This also help prevent misunderstanding and strengthens teamwork.
Today, I will be discussing the major leadership theories and how each one explains what makes an effective leader. Let's start with trait theories. This theory suggests that leaders are born with certain inherent qualities that make them effective. Example of these traits include charisma, confidence, decisiveness, and integrity. The main idea here is that leadership is based on who the leader is, not just what they do. In short, trait theory focuses on understanding inherited leadership qualities. Next is behavioral theories. Unlike trait theory, behavioral theory says that leadership is learned through action and behaviors, not genetics. It studies how leaders behave, how they communicate, make decisions, and guide teams and solve problems. This theory emphasizes that leadership can be developed through training and experience, meaning leaders are made, not born. In summary, behavioral theories define leadership through observable actions and behavior. Another important theory is contingency theory. This theory states that there is no single best style of leadership. Instead, effective leadership depends on the situation, the environment, and the needs of the team. Leaders must be flexible, able to adjust their style depending on what the situation requires. It focuses on adapting leadership to situational needs. Moving on to transformational leadership. This leadership style is centered on inspiration, motivation, and vision. Transformational leadership encourage their teams to innovate, improve, and work towards a shared goal. They empower people, but build trust and create a positive environment for change. This theory highlights that idea of inspiring change and aligning teams with organizational vision. Lastly, we have transactional leadership. This approach is based on concept of reward and punishment. Transactional leaders create clear structure, set specific goal, and motivate their team through incentives or corrective action. This leadership style works best in environment where tasks are routine and results are measurable. The focus here is understanding the reward and punishment system and guiding performance. In conclusion, to summarize the major leadership theories include trait theories, which is leadership based on inherent qualities. Second is behavioral theories, leadership based on action and behavior. Contingency theory, which is leadership depending on the situation. And transformational leadership, leadership through inspiration and change. The lastly, transactional leadership, leadership through structure, rewards, and penalties. Each theory offers a different perspective, and together they help us understand the many ways leaders can influence and guide their team. Thank you and have a great evening.
So now let's proceed to communication in management and why is it important? Okay, so first, what is communication in management? So communication in management refers to the process of exchanging information between managers and employees. And it includes giving instructions, sharing goals, providing feedback, and ensuring that everyone understands their responsibilities. So it is essential for coordination and effective decision making. Okay, so think of the communication as the traffic light of the workplace. So without it, kung wala ang traffic light, so everyone moves freely or at the same time. So magka-crash gid ang workflow. So naay possibility nga magkabangga or magka-discussion. But when communication is clear, so everyone knows when to go, when to stop, and what directions they should take. And managers use communication to guide a team, set expectations, and avoids confusion. So if the managers communicates well, the team moves smoothly like the organized traffic. Walay bangga o walay libog. So now, let's talk about the importance of the communication. So why is it important?
Simple. Communication is the difference between success and stress. First is understanding. So, effective communication fosters clear understanding among team members and reducing confusion and ensuring that everyone is on the same page regarding tasks and objectives. Okay, so good communication helps everyone's understand the task. So for example, na manager. So naghatag siya og task nimo na siya. Arrange the chair for the event. Pero wala siya maghatag og clear instruction like pilay arrange. So syempre maglibog jud ka. But if they communicate with you clearly, like mo na siya nimo nga arrange the chair 50 chairs and then you should put 5 per row. So syempre everything's become easy for you, like kasabot ka unsay exact nimong buhaton. Okay, so second is the teamwork. So strong communication enhances collaboration and teamwork, so allowing for more effective problem solving and idea sharing within a group, so ultimately driving success in management. So in communication, it strengthens the teamwork. So for example, during group projects, so if everyone shares idea openly, syempre mas dali makabuo og solution. Pero if kung maghilom-hilom ra ka dira, like dili lang ka magkanang cooperate inana kam mo sa imong grupo, syempre dili jud mo magkasinabot og dugay mo makahatag og solution sa inyong project. Third one is to fewer errors. So by maintaining open lines of communications, organizations, it can minimize misunderstandings, reduce mistakes, and improve overall efficiency in their processes and operations. Okay, so clear communication reduce mistakes. So for example, atong teacher naghatag og activity. And then instead of saying nga submit it later, atong teacher ni ana nga submit it later today at 12 p.m. So with that, now everyone knows nga unsa ang exact time nga tingpa sa activity nga walay sa iyo. So communication keeps us being accurate, connected, and confident. Okay, so there are 3 types of communication. The first one is the verbal, the second is the nonverbal, and the third one is the written. So in verbal communication involves spoken or written words. So it is essential for conveying messages clearly and effectively through conversations, presentations, and discussions in a professional setting. The second one is the nonverbal. So the nonverbal communication includes body language, facial expression, and gestures. So these cues significantly impact how messages are interpreted and conveying emotions and attitudes beyond spoken words. And the third one is the written communication. So written communication encompasses emails, reports, and memos. So it provides a permanent record and can enhance clarity when information needs to be shared across teams or organizations. Okay, so in verbal communication, this is speaking or writing. So for example, meetings, phone calls, or announcements. So if your boss says, please clean at the lobby at 2 p.m. So that's verbal communication. So personally, siya mismo ang gasulti. No? And in nonverbal communication, this is communication without words. For example, smiling to your to show your friendliness. For example, imurang ginisihan mo friend, inana, smile lang ka, raising an eyebrow to show confusion. Pwede ko kabawa na. Okay, and the next one is crossing arms to show you're not comfortable. So, di ka ganahan sa ilang mga gipang tabi. Charat! So, that's nonverbal communication. Wala ka magtabi-tabi, but you show some kuan lang, nani gestures. And Sometimes, body language says more than actual words. Imo na siyang isa-isahan sa kilay, pasabot, ikaganahan niya. Wow! And then the third one is the written communication. So these are messages recorded in writing. Okay, so for examples, emails, text messages, reports, or memos. So written communication is helpful. Kinaa kay proof nga if someone forgets, you can show the message again. Ano ka mo chat ka. Wala mo lagi ka mo chat. So pakita ra nimo sa cellphone, for example, sa imong bio nga mayra kay sa saad permi, di ba? Sure. So we communicate in three ways: by talking, showing, and by writing. So it is all important depending on the situation. That's all. Thank you.
So next, let's talk about communication process. Communication process is the step-by-step way a message moves from one person to another. It explains how information is created, delivered, received, and understood. So here are the key steps of communication process. The first one is sender. So the sender is the person who starts the message. They have an idea or information they want to share. Then next is encoding. The sender turns the idea into words, symbols, or actions so it can be sent clearly. And next is message. Message is the information the sender wants to communicate, such as instructions, questions, or ideas. So the fourth one is channel. This is the medium used to send the message. It can be verbal, written, or digital. Then the fifth one is receiver. The receiver is the person who gets the message. Then next is decoding. Decoding is the receiver interprets or understands the message based on what they heard or read. Then next is feedback. This is the receiver's response. Feedback shows whether the message was understood correctly. Then the last one is noise. Noise refers to anything that distorts or interrupts the message, like poor signal, unclear instruction, or background noise. So that's 8 key steps of communication process. Then, of course, communication process helps information flow smoothly in an organization. It is clear communication is important for teamwork, customer service, business transaction, and decision making. That's all. Thank you.